We'll talk about practical planning. This video will be helpful for those who are new at planning or those who may already have a planner but isn't quite sure how to use it most effectively. Hi everyone, my name is Tanya. I do videos on practical planning, organization, and small business. And I'm so excited because this video was actually recommended in the comments. So I do encourage you to comment on my videos. I do read them and try to respond. Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about the number one tip for practical planning, and that is, are you ready? Here it is, brain dumping. Brain dumping. In this video, I'm going to show you an example of a brain dump I did and why brain dumping is effective for practical planning. Now, in this day and time, with all the technology that we have so many thoughts going through our heads all the time. Although with technology we can do more things faster, sometimes those more things, get crowded up in our head. We got to remember when we need to pay a bill. We need to remember when we need to call someone back. We need to remember when we have an appointment we got to be there for. And the list goes on and on. We have more things to do now than we did years ago. So paper planning is a great way, and brain dumping is a great way to get all that information out of your head so you don't feel the need to walk around with that stuff in your memory. It unclogs your head. So here's an example of a brain dump I did. Now, first, let me tell you, there are 3 steps to effective brain dumping. Number 1, brain dumping is just what it says. It is taking everything in your head and just dumping it on paper. So the first step to brain dumping is taking your thoughts and dumping it on paper. The second step to brain dumping is to prioritize what you've written. And you'll see here I have actually alphabets next to my brain dumping. I'll show you that in a minute. And then the third step to brain dumping is to transfer those items to your planner. By the way, this is my Franklin Covey leather unstructured binder, and I have inserts for a day on 2 pages, which looks like this, if you can see that. So, getting back to the brain dumping here. So this is almost a little embarrassing. I did this like a year ago when I purchased a new planner, and I wanted to just start fresh and make sure I had everything in my new planner. So some of the things that in your brain dump, don't be surprised if they're a little embarrassing and that you may not want other people to read, because these are your innermost thoughts. These are very personal thoughts. So I'm going to go over some of them not so much so. But at the time, these were things that were important to me. One is I had to calculate Girl Scout cookie totals. My daughter sells Girl Scout cookies, and I know I needed to calculate totals to give it to the Girl Scout troop leader. Another example is I wrote here I wanted to determine my mission and goals in life. I wanted to determine also the type of mom I wanted to be. I wanted to make sure I made time for what I love, which is reading. I have here, I started to write a small grocery list. I mean, again, this is just everything that was in my head at the time. I also had here, I wanted to schedule volunteering time at the food bank. I have here also that I wanted to make sure I put additional savings into my Roth IRA, and it goes on and on. I have a note here to help my son with his job application. I even have notes in here about my marriage, like spending more time with my husband, and very, very, very personal thoughts. Okay, so this is just an example of a brain, like I said, a brain dump that I did. But then what I did was I took and I prioritized these items, and I use A, B, and C to prioritize them. You may want to use numbers, however you want to do it, doesn't matter. But A was being the most urgent thing I needed to do. So for example, I put a B next to calculating Girl Scout cookie totals because I felt that's something that needed to be done, but maybe not right then and there right away. So then, as I said, the third step is after you prioritize your items, you then transfer them to your planner. Now this way, this is better than just get in your planner and just start writing in your planner. It's better to have all your thoughts in one place, so that way then you can just transfer everything into your planner. So I hope you found this video to be helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you do brain dumping, and what are some ways that you think is a great way for someone to start planning practically if they're new at it. And I appreciate you watching. Bye.